Hello my friends, this is Becca from Becca Harkins Art, and I am back. Thank you so much for your understanding as I took a couple months off just to focus on my family and shifting priorities in my life. I do still plan to create videos. They probably won't be as consistent as they were before, but I do want to focus on giving you good quality content and creating teaching videos, and not just feeling like I have to produce a video every week for the sake of producing a video. I don't feel like that's really a great way to make inspired art. So I'm going to be taking a step back a little bit. I'll still be around, I'll still be answering your questions, I'll still be creating videos, it just might not be as consistent as it was before. So this video, I had this beautiful custom blue base laying around for a couple of months, and I do love this color, and I had a 16-inch by 20-inch canvas laying around, and I decided I was just going to do a simple dark blue background with white, turquoise, copper, and gold. I really wanted to go back to my roots of using that hot dog layer and just simple blues and whites. I just cannot get enough of the way that they blend. So that's the premise for this painting, just kind of getting back into it, getting the feel for my blow dryer, moving the paints around, and just having fun with it. As I mentioned before, I did have this base paint laying around for a while, and the quality of the paint and the pouring medium is fine, but I did notice that I got some chunks in it when I poured it out. I think it was the dried paint on the side of the container that kind of poured out with the other paint. So as I'm moving the base layer around, I can see these chunks of paint, and if I leave them in there when it dries, that will not be a very nice result. So I'm just using my tweezers to pull out any of those chunks that got into the base paint here. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I will list all the colors in the description that I'm using, and I don't know, there's not a really whole lot to say about this other than it's just me getting back in, having some fun, and creating something with colors that I just adore. I hope you enjoy. I do want to jump in here real quick and tell you that I am using Olga Sobe's pouring medium recipe for this painting. If you want to take Olga's class, my affiliate link is in the description of this video, and you can get 10% off using promo code Becca. However, I do want to say that I have been experimenting with using Olga's recipe a little bit differently than she teaches it. I have been mixing Liquitex paints with the Group 2, which according to her instructions is not the way you're supposed to do it. But I have more access to Liquitex than the other brands, and I like the colors better. So I've just been experimenting to see what would happen, and for my personal style, I find that it's working really well. I don't like to have a lot of cells in my painting. I like my cells to be quite minimal. And when I use the Liquitex with the Group 2 medium, and then I also use the Group 1 in other colors, I am finding that I get some cells just here and there, but not the overabundance of cells that come from using Olga's recipe the traditional way. So for me and my style, I am finding success this way. I encourage you to experiment for yourself and figure out just the way that you like it for your own style and developing your own technique and your own look and feel. For me, this is working for me so far. I've done several paintings this way, and I've been quite pleased with the results. So if you do give it a try and you find that you like mixing other types of paint with the Group 1 or the Group 2 recipe, I would love to know what experimentation you've done and what you find works for you. But I do just want to put a disclaimer out here that the Group 1 and Group 2 colors that I'm using are not according to Olga's instructions. So this is just me going rogue. Just wanted to put that out there. At this point, I decided that the painting did not feel balanced to me. I think that it needed more color on the right side, which is actually going to be the top, and also on the top, which is going to be the left side, if that makes sense. So I tried blowing out those leaves a little bit more, but there just wasn't enough color and too much of the background color was showing through, and it still didn't quite have the balance. I like how much of the white and the blue is showing on the left side, which will be the bottom. So after looking at it from several different angles, I decided to go ahead and add some more paint into some strategic areas and re-blow out those sections. And I am glad that I did, because I really think that the final piece has more balance and more color in some of the areas that were a little bit stark before.